Some disgusting piece of shit sits all day and monitors people's channels. This bad actor then does something to break a feature, or otherwise cause an issue for YouTube. Since this is something I talk about on here, and YouTube doesn't ever actually fix a single issue when I email them, I am forced to talk about it on stream, because every day there is something that's completely wrong, and has broken. The scam is to get you in touch with the YouTube people that this person also monitors. Then when this person starts to do things, the bad actor makes it look correct for them, or in some way makes them think there really isn't a problem on their end in some way, even though here I am proving it every single day. YouTube is responsible for fraud, terrorism, and huge mass amounts of harassment on their platform. They are responsible for this, but don't take responsibility. They continue to enable a bad actor but not removing them, and YouTube downright violates their own policies on a daily basis. The pictures you see in front of you are a current representation of a daily problem on this platform. Many views are misrepresented from what they should be, and it's a scam that flags YouTube's system so that it completely halts all trending and starts to lie about the numbers because the system has flagged it for mismatched numbers. Then the bad actor just puts it back to what it was. This doesn't actually fix the views that were subtracted. It causes a permanent problem that screws up their whole system, and now that video is buried, and scammed into never trending. These two images were taken at the same time, one from mobile, and one from desktop. You can clearly see that YouTube is lying about us having mobile trending, as the numbers are conveniently less on the video that's displayed for mobile users. This wasn't the case as of yesterday when I looked at the video on mobile, and those views were displaying correctly on mobile yesterday. I've been pointing this out a lot lately, how the numbers spike at the beginning of the stream and then they start lying as soon as they know we are live. So since they have been unsuccessful in lying the amount that they want to, what they do is go in when they think you're asleep or otherwise won't notice for a long enough period of time to start subtracting views. They would remove them all if they could do it without me noticing, which they did try to do for a period of time. This is daily and has been going on for years. YouTube is disgusting, and often sweeps things under the rug to pretend they aren't happening. Been emailing YouTube for 6 to 8 months about a stalker and have reported them to law enforcement and other federal agencies for fraud, because they seem to like it when people get stalked and harassed on their platform. Not only that, but then they promote the stalker. What a disgusting company, if you even want to call it a company. Sounds more like the Empire from Star Wars, lying and manipulating people that are weak to attack people that are doing well. Sounds like terrorism in broad daylight.
Yeah, let me show you guys something and then we'll continue here. This has been a repetitive pattern, but I wanted to show you that YouTube will lie. I want to show you. I want to show you firsthand that even on this stream, there's lying going on. I'll show you firsthand. It happened already. Here it is. Here it is. Do you see how on this image there's nobody in the stream? It says 0, right? Why is somebody able to match the laugh emoji? So somebody is able to come in here and mash this laugh emoji. See how that counts? So there's somebody in here, yet it's not being counted. It's a fucking fabricated lie. Yet we're counting the laugh emoji. This is I just wanted to show you that already, even in this stream, you see evidence of complete fucking lying. 0 views, yet the laugh emoji is wow, yeah, we can count that. That works just fine. yet we're gonna sit here and claim that the views are like running slow or something. Why is somebody able to press the laugh emoji then and get that to work if supposedly this is all because views are running slow? No, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you're saying that, you're dumb. And yes, there has been a dumb person saying this, and I've told you they're dumb, and that this person doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're trying to steal my whole audience. This person has been orchestrating this scam behind the scenes with this stalker. So again, the person that said that a long time ago and has been hitting that button and creating a scam out of that button and all kinds of other numbers and stuff, that's this person. Remember how he used to make sure I was in his stream and then he would say certain things and stuff like that? I don't give a fuck. I don't believe his ridiculous nonsense lying. Again, it's as simple as knowing that somebody can mash this laugh emoji and their view isn't being counted. Oh, look, chat rate. Oh, look, evidence. Right there it is. Somebody in chat, yet we're... And how often do we see that? How often do we see that? So already you see the complete evidence of just utter lying on this platform. Keep in mind these two pictures that you're seeing too. Again, one's from mobile, and they are both taken at the same time. They're taken today. And again, this person, this is how they've been doing this. They've been doing this for a long time. We've seen this daily. We've even talked about this before in this type of context before. Why is this a regular thing that I can talk about? Why is this a regular thing that I can show and show is happening? If it's not a scam, why? Oh, and then you see YouTube sit here and take the views down to 0. See how the views are taken down to 0? Completely at nothing. Thus proving my mobile trending is not valid. Thus proving it. And I'd like to reiterate the fact I have never left the stream. I am sitting in the stream, watching the stream myself on another device. All they did was what they always do and take the stream down to fucking 0. Even though there's a fucking ton of people in here right now watching this. Right now, just sitting in here watching this. There's a ton of people in here watching this. Fucking retards. So here's your terrorism.
Some disgusting piece of shit sits all day and monitors people's channels. This bad actor then does something to break a feature, or otherwise cause an issue for YouTube. Since this is something I talk about on here, and YouTube doesn't ever actually fix a single issue when I email them, I am forced to talk about it on stream, because every day there is something that's completely wrong, and has broken. The scam is to get you in touch with the YouTube people that this person also monitors. Then when this person starts to do things, the bad actor makes it look correct for them, or in some way makes them think there really isn't a problem on their end in some way, even though here I am proving it every single day. YouTube is responsible for fraud, terrorism, and huge mass amounts of harassment on their platform. They are responsible for this, but don't take responsibility. They continue to enable a bad actor but not removing them, and YouTube downright violates their own policies on a daily basis. The pictures you see in front of you are a current representation of a daily problem on this platform. Many views are misrepresented from what they should be, and it's a scam that flags YouTube's system so that it completely halts all trending and starts to lie about the numbers because the system has flagged it for mismatched numbers. Then the bad actor just puts it back to what it was. This doesn't actually fix the views that were subtracted, it causes a permanent problem that screws up their whole system, and now that video is buried, and scammed into never trending. These two images were taken at the same time, one from mobile, and one from desktop. You can clearly see that YouTube is lying about us having mobile trending, as the numbers are conveniently less on the video that's displayed for mobile users. This wasn't the case as of yesterday when I looked at the video on mobile, and those views were displaying correctly on mobile yesterday. I've been pointing this out a lot lately, how the numbers spike at the beginning of the stream and then they start lying as soon as they know we are live. So since they have been unsuccessful in lying the amount that they want to, what they do is go in when they think you're asleep or otherwise won't notice for a long enough period of time to start subtracting views. They would remove them all if they could do it without me noticing, which they did try to do for a period of time. This is daily and has been going on for years. YouTube is disgusting, and often sweeps things under the rug to pretend they aren't happening. Been emailing YouTube for 6 to 8 months about a stalker and have reported them to law enforcement and other federal agencies for fraud, because they seem to like it when people get stalked and harassed on their platform. Not only that, but then they promote the stalker. What a disgusting company, if you even want to call it a company. Sounds more like the Empire from Star Wars, lying and manipulating people that are weak to attack people that are doing well. Sounds like terrorism in broad daylight.
Yeah, do you guys remember how they would break XSplit all the time and make XSplit constantly accidentally show information that it shouldn't show? Do you remember that? Do you remember how there was a scammer sitting here breaking XSplit pretty much daily? Yeah, that's what they want. They want you to show the browser. So they take it down to 0 views. They sit here and lock the concurrence. They lie because they want you to put your browser window on the screen so they can continue getting that stream key, messing with things and fucking everything up. Oh, wow, isn't that interesting how when I say certain keywords, instantaneously we have trackers on what we said. I'll be willing to bet out of what I said, stream key is the one with the trackers on it. Instantly, we've seen this. We've seen this around this scam. This scammer has trackers on the things that I say. And instantly, we see 2 concurrents in the stream when I say certain things. Stream key being one of them. And this is the sort of thing where this scammer has been doing this and automating this with DDoS attacks. He is working with a call center, and he has been using my information and all yours too to orchestrate DDoS attacks on YouTube using yours and my information. And I tried to warn all of the content. The guy they propped up and threw 50,000 subscribers to is the guy that they used. He's the guy. They didn't use me. They used him, and they're pinning it on me. Yeah, it's not me, it's him. He's the idiot. Yeah, he was the one that like revealed a password on stream and shit like that. That's that guy. That's the guy that put his child in a thumbnail for his main picture on his YouTube channel. He put his own child as his picture on his YouTube thumbnail. This is the smart people that make channels on this platform, and then you know, you come in here and think that it's anything except all these assholes being used for being assholes. Like, literally, they're just dumb. They come on here and do dumb shit, and everybody else uses them. And everybody knows it. The scammers know it. And why is the same one concurrent in the stream? Why are we just lying? This one concurrent's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, because they are view botting so that these views get removed later. So that way, it makes a little bit of a... They're trying to make a lie out of this stream. So this is what YouTube does. So while we're sitting here proving... Again, proving that YouTube lies, proving that terrorism goes on this platform, proving that we get stalked all over this platform. My address is still typed into the title of a stream. Yes, that's right. My street address is typed into the title of this stalker's stream on his channel. They've removed all kinds of other videos. They haven't removed this stalker, though, and conveniently the video where my street address is typed into the title of that stream. So, YouTube is absolutely guilty of spreading personal information, and they're aware of this. I can show you plenty of emails where they're aware of this. Meanwhile, we continue to see the same one concurrent come back and forth. View botting, trying to break this concurrent counter. That's what they're doing. They're creating a scam where they're coming back and forth, lying, view botting, creating a very low average view duration to downtrend this stream and break this concurrent button. And also, I'd like to call out and just reiterate, I have never left the stream. Not once. So again, YouTube continuing to lie about a view, a concurrent that is in here. So again, there's probably plenty of people in this stream. They're just fucking lying. I am currently watching the stream as a concurrent. And this is the same one concurrent that's been in the stream. The reason they're doing this is because they want me to put the browser on the screen. That's why they're doing this. See? And the very second that I say that, instantly we see that second concurrent. That's not me. I've been in the stream. I've been in the stream this whole time. That ain't me. That's somebody else. They're just lying. Yep, continued lies. I have a question. Why is it that YouTube allows terrorism? Why is YouTube allowing terrorism? Attacks, harassments, and stuff based on political things. Why is YouTube allowing this? We all know that this is politically biased. We all know that. This stalker has stated this many times. We know that he's working for an organization that commits DDoS attacks. We know this. We know this. YouTube literally helping scammers. And then you see the evidence right in front of you. Every single day. Every single day I'm on here and I'm proving it. I'm showing it to you. And we have the same lies, the same manipulation of views. 2 concurrence, 2 concurrence, 2 concurrence, 2 concurrence, 2 concurrence. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Lying about the views, lying about being in a swipe feed, in a trending swipe feed. Yeah, just completely lying about it. I am still in the stream, watching the stream. Still. And they're lying. They want to break this concurrent counter. They do not want me to continue showing you how many people are coming in here and watching, because they continuously break this and lie about this. Instantly, too. Instantly, too. This does not update properly. It takes a good amount of time for it to update. So, therefore, what they do is, when they realize instantly these concurrents responded to what I said, a tracker that they had on my voice, they quick leave the stream before it shows up for you guys. So that's why some of these, I sit here, and this is why they don't like it, because I sit here and I fucking make sure that shit's working. They try to make sure it's on the biggest fucking delay, because again, this causes a problem for trending. So again, YouTube is disgusting. YouTube is fucking disgusting. You know, when you email YouTube, they don't actually do anything. They have an entire process that makes it look like they do things, but they don't. And so now when you email YouTube, now they've created this whole scam where the person you email doesn't take care of your problem. They're just there to answer your fucking email. Now you have to go through their shit system, fill out a form that doesn't work. And they know this. This is what they always did in the past. This is what they always do. Their system is garbage. It doesn't work. It's not supposed to. It ignores you. All it does is tell them your personal information. Their little form gives them your name, address, IP address. It gives you everything that you need to harass that person. Which is why we're having harassment issues from faggots that work for YouTube. Because YouTube employees do nothing and want to keep doing nothing. So therefore, they are scamming and stalking the person and enabling stalking of a person that's continuously proving they're doing nothing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The same 1, 2 concurrence. And again, I'm in the stream. I'm in the stream the whole time. I've been in here the whole fucking time watching the stream. Why isn't my concurrent counting? Why is my concurrent being lied about? Still says 2. Yet I'm clearly in the stream right now watching it. Still says 2. Yet I'm clearly in the stream right now. Oh, imagine that. I haven't left the stream. And for the first time that I'm proving it, instantly we see 4 concurrents in here. Instantly. Huh. Imagine that. Wow. Instantly. Huh. We see them go, oh my god, he's watching. Oh, for how long? Oh, is he screenshotting? Oh my god. You realize I have like 600-700 screenshots from YouTube fucking shit not working? Yeah, like 600 to 700 screenshots. 100. 600 to 700 screenshots of YouTube not working properly. The number's not adding up. Features breaking. 600 to 700. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how trash this platform is, isn't it?
Some disgusting piece of shit sits all day and monitors people's channels. This bad actor then does something to break a feature, or otherwise cause an issue for YouTube. Since this is something I talk about on here, and YouTube doesn't ever actually fix a single issue when I email them, I am forced to talk about it on stream, because every day there is something that's completely wrong, and has broken. The scam is to get you in touch with the YouTube people that this person also monitors. Then when this person starts to do things, the bad actor makes it look correct for them, or in some way makes them think there really isn't a problem on their end in some way, even though here I am proving it every single day. YouTube is responsible for fraud, terrorism, and huge mass amounts of harassment on their platform. They are responsible for this, but don't take responsibility. They continue to enable a bad actor but not removing them, and YouTube downright violates their own policies on a daily basis. The pictures you see in front of you are a current representation of a daily problem on this platform. Many views are misrepresented from what they should be, and it's a scam that flags YouTube's system so that it completely halts all trending and starts to lie about the numbers because the system has flagged it for mismatched numbers. Then the bad actor just puts it back to what it was. This doesn't actually fix the views that were subtracted, it causes a permanent problem that screws up their whole system, and now that video is buried, and scammed into never trending. These two images were taken at the same time, one from mobile, and one from desktop. You can clearly see that YouTube is lying about us having mobile trending, as the numbers are conveniently less on the video that's displayed for mobile users. This wasn't the case as of yesterday when I looked at the video on mobile, and those views were displaying correctly on mobile yesterday.
The views
I've
were
been
44.
pointing this out a lot lately, how the numbers spike at the beginning of the stream and then they start lying as soon as they know we are live.
Views were 44
So since they have been
yesterday.
unsuccessful in lying the amount that they want to, what they do is go in when they think you're asleep or otherwise won't notice for a long enough period of time to start subtracting views. They would remove them all if they could do it without me noticing, which they did try to do for a period of time. This is daily and has been going on for years.
Doing this because I mentioned playlists in
and
the
often
video.
sweeps things under the rug to pretend they aren't happening. Been emailing YouTube for 6 to 8 months about a stalker and have reported them to law enforcement and other federal agencies for fraud, because they seem to like it when people get stalked and harassed on their platform. Not only that, but then they promote the stalker. What a disgusting company, if you even want to call it a company. Sounds more like the Empire from Star Wars, lying and manipulating people that are weak to attack people that are doing well. Sounds like terrorism in broad daylight.
Do you guys remember how I told you YouTube started lying about your shorts? Everybody was like, oh, well, they took away the ability to post a link in the comments of your shorts. No, they didn't. They actually went out of their way. No, seriously, they didn't. You can post a link and it will work for the first few seconds. Then they go out of their way to remove the link after the fact. It still works. Because again, when you post a hyperlink in a comment on a browser, the browser fucking puts the link in there, okay? YouTube is the one removing the link after the fact. They don't want you to even have segmented shorts and then have a link to your other shorts. They don't want you to promote your other videos on your other videos. That's fucking disgusting. That's called fraud. I can promote whatever the fuck I want on my fucking channel, you fraudulent piece of shit company. Especially when you're sitting here abandoning my sponsorship with you. I'll promote what the fuck I want. Especially when it's my content. So I talked about playlists. And how I said you guys were doing projects and stuff, but you don't like that. You can check out the playlists and see plenty of other gaming content we've been playing over the years. Plenty of other. And what they don't... Here's why they don't want you to do that. Because you'll go and you'll watch and you'll clearly see we've been being harassed by this stalker for literally years. Yep, that's right. You'll see entire streams from years ago of evidence of him still lingering around there from years ago, and YouTube never doing a single thing about it and being completely aware the entire time. This is why it's not normal. This is why people are like, yeah, whatever, I can promote my playlists and I don't have that problem. That's why. Because YouTube is doing this to me because they know flat out this stalker has been following my channel around and doing this for literally years. So the question is, why are they enabling him? Why are they letting him do it? Oh, right. That's right. That's right. They're paying him. That's right. Yep. YouTube DDoS attacks people. YouTube is involved with scamming. Can I be honest with y'all? Do you even know what the YouTube server looks like over in New Delhi? Have you looked at it? Have you booted up on a Tor browser? Have you booted up New Delhi's YouTube server? Try it one time. Go ahead, give it a shot. See how it looks. You'll find nothing but sex and scams. And you'll find streams of me, stolen, posted on there, being used. Oh, and you'll find probably tens of thousands of views on these streams too. You'll find plenty of other people with stolen streams too. You'll find that it's pretty regular for YouTube in other countries to get away with scamming American content creators. This is what you will find out. Everyone's like, oh, VPN, VPN. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. That's why. Nobody knows these things. It's unbelievable how bad it's gotten.
Some disgusting piece of shit sits all day and monitors people's channels. This bad actor then does something to break a feature, or otherwise cause an issue for YouTube. Since this is something I talk about on here, and YouTube doesn't ever actually fix a single issue when I email them, I am forced to talk about it on stream, because every day there is something that's completely wrong,
I'm going to point out the fact that
and
instantly 8 people were in the stream when I mentioned New Delhi. The scam is to get you in touch with the YouTube people that this person also monitors. Then when this person starts to do things, the bad actor makes it look correct for them, or in some way makes them think there really isn't a problem on their end in some way, even though here I am proving it every single day. YouTube is responsible for fraud, terrorism, and huge mass amounts of harassment on their platform. They are responsible for this, but don't take responsibility. They continue to enable a bad actor but not removing them, and YouTube downright violates their own policies on a daily basis. The pictures you see in front of you are a current representation of a daily problem on this platform. Many views are misrepresented from what they should be, and it's a scam that flags YouTube's system so that it completely halts all trending and starts to lie about the numbers because the system has flagged it for mismatched numbers. Then the bad actor just puts it back to what it was. This doesn't actually fix the views that were subtracted, it causes a permanent problem that screws up their whole system, and now that video is buried, and scammed into never trending. You guys understand that these assholes are learning how to scam better by using my streams, right?
One from mobile, and
like
one from
you realize this, right?
You can clearly see that YouTube is lying about us having mobile trending, as the numbers are conveniently less on the video that's displayed for mobile users. This wasn't the case as of yesterday when I looked at the video on mobile, and those views were displaying correctly on mobile yesterday.
I've been
pointing this out a lot
lately,
how the numbers spike at the beginning of the stream and then they start lying as soon as they know we are live.
I watched it happen.
So since they have been unsuccessful in lying the amount that they want to, what they do is go in when they think you're asleep or otherwise won't notice for a long enough period of time to start subtracting views. They would remove them all if they could do it without me noticing, which they did try to do for a period of time. This is daily and has been going on for years. YouTube is disgusting, and often sweeps things under the rug to pretend they aren't happening. Been emailing YouTube for 6 to 8 months about a stalker and have reported them to law enforcement and other federal agencies for fraud, because they seem to like it when people get stalked and harassed on their platform. Not only that, but then they promote the stalker. What a disgusting company, if you even want to call it a company. Sounds more like the Empire from Star Wars, lying and manipulating people that are weak to attack people that are doing well. Sounds like terrorism in broad daylight.
So again, I just watched a live view during that whole thing get taken off. Literally just a full view just completely subtracted from the total number of views. I literally just watched that fucking happen. So why are we sitting here, YouTube, and actively doing this? As I'm talking about this, I'm discussing these things. Why are you sitting here fucking around with views? I'm literally talking about this. You're not fixing the stream I'm talking about. You're sitting here in my stream, right here, in this one, fucking around with this one. What the fuck are you doing? No, seriously, what the fuck are you doing? Do you even know how to do this? You can't fuck around with a the stream while it's live, you fucking retards! How many times do I have to tell you how to use your own system? You don't even know how to use your system! Fuck! Oh yeah, and then that stream is up from fucking 3 days ago yesterday. 3 days ago! Why is a stream losing view? Why would YouTube subtract randomly 5 views from a stream that's 3 days old? Why would they do that? Why? Oh yeah, just subtract 5 views from a stream that's 3 days old. 3 days! You're not subtracting views. You're not legitimately doing that. You're just lying. Yeah, after the stream's been posted for 3 fucking days, if you're subtracting 5 views, you're lying. Yeah, because I got news for you. I can sit there and I can watch that fucking stream as many times as I want. And I promise you, as trash as their system is, it is very good at knowing who you are. Trust me, it's very fucking invasive. Yep, so YouTube committing fraud in broad daylight. Committing fraud and terrorism in broad daylight. For the attempt to maybe subtract a couple views here and there because, you know, I watched the stream while it was live. From one device. Because endlessly this scammer and stalker is breaking my chat. So, you know, I need to confirm it's actually what it is and working. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's why. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You can't ever get your chat widgets to work. None of that ever works. That's right. Anytime I have chat on the screen, that's right. You endlessly break that widget. That's right. I forgot about that. You endlessly break that. I literally just sat here and watched as for the past several minutes, several concurrents have come in here, and this concurrent counter is being lied about. Yeah, now they're just lying. Now they're sitting here just lying, and I watched several people. Oh, and instantly there's 2 concurrents in here. Instantly. Yeah, they tried to get that to go away really quick. They tried really quick to get that to go away. Yep. It was 2. Instantly 2 were in here as soon as I said that. And then again, those instant 2 concurrents aren't counted as views. So why does YouTube have trackers on what you say? To instantly have their little bots and concurrents in here. Yet they're gonna sit here and they're gonna claim that they don't know about terrorism, doxing, harassment, haven't done anything about it. I can show you 20-something emails, 19 or so emails, all these emails from employees that have the information right in front of them. And meanwhile, these employees reply back with, fill out this form. Okay. Well, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see my lawyer. And you're going to see my lawyer fill out those forms. This is what you're going to see. And my lawyer is going to start filling that stuff out on his behalf. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is my lawyer is going to start orchestrating all of this and finding out slowly but surely exactly what I've been saying, because it's going to happen to him. He's going to get attacked the same way, and he's going to expose it. It doesn't matter what you do. Yeah, you can come on here, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You come on here and you can say fuck, shit, whatever. Shouldn't be anything any different than any other day. And not only that, this company flat out very obviously has trackers on what you say. Instantly 8 people in the stream all over me mentioning New Delhi. The fact that New Delhi is orchestrating this. Huh. Wow. Instantly that many. That's fascinating stuff, let me tell you what. I just saw a view go up. Yep, I just saw a view count, yet there's no concurrence in here. I just watched that happen. Yep. So again, lying about views. Lying about concurrence. I literally just watched it happen. Just now, just watched it happen. Hey YouTube, why does it say one's watching even though you're lying on the concurrent counter? Hey YouTube, why does it say one's watching even though you're lying on the concurrent counter? Oh, and then instantly there's one in here to help your lie. And instantly you send one in here to help your lie. Just to let you guys know, when you click on a stream and you get in there and you just got into a stream, I just wanted to let you all know that when you do this, that concurrent, see, why is there instantly all these people in here? Why is that? I can tell you, if you'd like, it's everything I've been saying. It's because there's fucking trackers on what I'm saying, and the fucking faggots from New Delhi are instantly in here when I say this or that, because they have trackers. So why is it that some faggots from New Delhi instantly are in here the very moment that I mention something about what happens when you enter a stream? Because they've been taking notes, orchestrating scams, learning what really happens so they can make it not happen? Yes. Yes. So that they can get it continuously lying to the person whose channel it is, so that they don't know there's nothing going on. They just think they're at zero. Meanwhile, this scammer swoops in and steals their name, steals all their stuff they've been doing, because again, there's very little copyright in New Delhi. They don't care about that shit. They'll just sit there and they'll just steal everything. Post it. Make money off of it. Oh, there's going to be a massive lawsuit. Massive, massive, massive. And we're just going to attack YouTube for allowing it. because YouTube's based out of the U.S. They're fully aware of this stuff. We're gonna, yeah, I mean, they got all kinds of organizations telling them how dangerous New Delhi is, scammer payback being one of them. Meanwhile, they just allow all this to go on. They allow us to be harassed. They allow scammers to sit here and get better at fucking with YouTube's system. So to all the people that were fooled, I'm sorry. I genuinely am. That sucks. Especially when you're like a scam baiter and you are good at this and you were fooled. Well, guess you shouldn't make fun of people that were scammed then, because it can just as easily be happening to you, can't it? Yep. And that was the point. The point was that they are fooling you. They're just not fooling you with that thing. They're fooling you with like 8 other things. This is why you get fooled, and you actually get scammed eventually. It just takes a longer period of time. They're eventually going to get you. They will. It's just taking a long time. It's a long game. So to the person that's sitting here shoving it in their faces, making them look bad, laughing at them, creating entire channels off of harassing scammers, you really need to pay attention. Because I'm not doing this in any way except to warn the people that are here to protect citizens. You guys are under attack. I could sit here and I could endlessly do this. Disappear, never say anything, and not have a single problem. Why the fuck would I do that when I know you're in danger? And I'm sitting here daily trying so hard to show you you're in danger, and you ignore it. Daily, you ignore it. You actually think that you're still fine. And that everything's okay. I've been trying so hard to incognito tell you. Yeah, I can say it too. It is funny, but I really have been trying so hard to tell you incognito what's actually happening, and you're just not putting it all together, I guess. But truthfully, so you are being attacked. And it's YouTube. It's fucking YouTube. Don't let them tell you it's not. It's goddamn YouTube. Fuck, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. This shit don't happen on Twitch, and you know it. You know it doesn't. You know it. You know it. You know it. It's different, isn't it? Yeah, some things happen, but not quite like it does on YouTube. Right? 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 Yeah. I've tried to talk about ingest servers. I've tried to sit here on the incorrect DNS server for too long so that you get the point. I don't know. I don't understand what else I'm supposed to do. I really don't. I really don't. Yeah, you thought I was on the wrong DNS server on purpose? Or I'm sorry, by accident? By accident? I'm sorry, by accident? You thought that was by accident? Fuck no! Fuck no! The whole point is to show you what server they crash. God. Did you ever notice how a certain server started crashing right around, oh, I don't know, certain data breaches? I'm not gonna keep going down that road. The point is, I do realize some things are unrelated, but some things are indirectly related, but are. And that's how all this works. You guys should know that better than me. No. You're being harassed on YouTube daily. Someone's in real time typing your address while impersonating several family members in your chat. And just everybody acts completely oblivious to this, no matter how much you talk about it or report it, even to authorities. No. Nope. No. Just no. No. There is not a single scammer on the planet that can make that happen. No. That's YouTube. That's fucking YouTube. It's more basic than that. It's YouTube. Police, state police and stuff like that, law enforcement, their families get doxxed on here all the time. That day, the channel, the person responsible is removed from YouTube permanently, and oftentimes they are put in jail. Oftentimes. So, in the case of my situation, what's going on there that suddenly something's a little bit different and you're not doing what you would normally do for police? Since police are not any different than normal citizens, they're just people with jobs. Why are you treating police as if they're higher class citizens? Why are you doing that? Is it to keep them happy so that they don't sit and investigate you? Is it so that you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Is it so that you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Is it because you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Is it because you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Is it because you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Is it because you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Is it because you pay them off and you make them happy so they don't investigate you? Look into the the California State Police. Look into it. YouTube is based out of California. California has extremely stringent laws on doxing, considering how many Hollywood actors live in that fucking state. Doesn't matter whether or not I live in Pennsylvania or in California. Your business is based out of California. It is bound to the laws of California. Somebody is doxing me on your goddamn platform where you are based. And you have state laws. There's federal laws for this too, but you have state laws that you could easily use. And you don't. Yet you use them for Hollywood actors and police. Interesting. And I'm sure those police and those Hollywood actors would love to hear about the fact that you're continuing to ignore my situation while helping them. I'm sure they'd love to hear that. Yeah, they would find that very interesting, I'm sure. Yeah, so, again, like I said, all that's going to happen is my lawyer is going to start doing this. Filling out those forms, orchestrating all of the things that I've been doing, and reaffirming that these things do in fact happen, and they'll happen to anyone that proceeds to do exactly what I've done, and just be harassed. You know, you talk about something that YouTube is doing that's wrong, and you just get harassed. And then you start uncovering that YouTube is very clearly anti-democratic. Here's what's interesting. This company is based out of California, right? Holy shit. And they're anti-democratic, yet they're based out of California. Holy shit. Starts making you wonder if California didn't become its own country because of... Yeah, oh, did I just expose something? YouTube, did I just expose how your corruption is actually getting in the way of due process and obstruction of justice? You know that California's like on some list to become a country, like a state by... Did you know that? And you know that it keeps getting pushed back, right? This shit... What, like, why are you creating constant, like, legal roadblocks for, like, the United States is supposed to be able to, in the modern world, do these things, yet nobody ever remembers these things. Nobody ever remembers that California did that, or that that's a thing that can... Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that Pennsylvania is a commonwealth, and that they sit here and make shit up as they go along, and that, yes, the politicians and police in this state are fully corrupt. It's like the goddamn mafia. The whole point of telling you that there's a bank across the street from a bank, and then, by the way, down the block there's another bank, and then if you go down the block the other way, there's another fucking bank. Telling you this and driving around and showing it should show you just how fucking Tulsa King this goddamn fucking area is. It's ridiculous. Except it's corrupt Amish people claiming to be for the church, or fucking corrupt Christians claiming to be for God. Meanwhile, they spend multi-million-dollar projects to build churches. Yep, that's right. That's right. State and church are separate. Yet around here, we spend millions of dollars building churches. Buildings where people sit in them and talk to each other and then leave. This is what you do in a church. You go inside. You talk to each other. And then you leave. That's millions of dollars. You're commercializing the Bible and Christianity and churches. That's what this area does. And not only that, they commercialize Amish. They commercialize what Christianity is supposed to be. Meanwhile, says right in the Bible we're not supposed to be divided. Why the fuck are there so many denominations then? Why the fuck are there so many denominations? And then you have all of these celebrities coming out as Christian. Oh, I found God and stuff. Great. You know, I am really happy for you, but don't believe the stupid lies. Don't believe the games. Because you're just going to get wrapped up in the drama 10 years from now. 10 years from now, you're going to wish you never did it. It's a way for them to get your money. You're a guitar player for a popular band, so now they're going to get your audience, your numbers, your money, and stuff like that. And convince you that, you know, this is a great life and you're doing it for God and you need to be selfless and yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, they don't do those things. That church takes your money. that pastor gets paid. You know, pastors around here make way too much fucking money. And then they all act like there's like some cardinal or something in charge. Yeah, what a fucking joke. The Cardinals are a goddamn joke. The Catholic Church, the Cardinals, what a fucking joke. What a joke. Just smack that stupid fucking cap off his goddamn head. And tell him it's his goddamn head while doing it, too. And say that God doesn't give a shit if you're using his name to swear it in the sense that, yes, God damn that. Because God damn anything. I hope he does. Seriously, I hope God does damn the church, because it's terrible. It's fucking disgusting. It's just a bunch of people pretending to like each other half the time, and then they're just going there to gossip behind people's backs. It's literally everything. That's this entire area. That's it. So you want to know who's stalking people? Church people. Yeah, that's who's doing it. Church people. Now, I've seen good pastors, but the moment that pastor becomes somebody that accepts lots of money, well, he's not a pastor. He's not Christian. You know, like the guy that's like a millionaire and he wears a suit and he has this fucking show. There's like two of them, right? There's the really nice guy. And they're both whack jobs, right? Like, the whole point is we know they're both whack jobs. But one is really nice. One isn't. One's like Satan, basically. It's the other way around, actually. No, it's the other way around. The guy that you think is Satan, he actually has a problem. Yeah, he's like a schizophrenic or something like that. The guy with the suit, that's like a really well-known pastor, he's the slimy criminal. Wearing the suit, putting on the smile, taking your money, all doing it in God's name. Meanwhile saying, you're gonna go to hell if you say God damn this. No, fuck you. Fuck you and your stupid modern colloquialisms that put me in hell just because I said God damn something that deserves to be God damned. Fuck you. And God damn that asshole. God damn him. Please. Oh, why? You want him to condemn him to hell? Yep. Yep. Yes. 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 Yes, 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 more yes. Stop pretending like you care if people go to hell. You don't. Stop it. The modern church doesn't give a fuck. They sit here and go around and say, oh, you're going to go to hell if you do this. You're going to go to hell. You should... Nobody cares. So why should I? No, the point is, I don't care if that guy goes to hell. Because he's using God's name. He is evil. He is what Satan is. He's going to come and he's going to look like me and he's going to tout my name. He's going to... This is the Bible says this. He's going to look like me. He's going to sound like me. He's going to smooth you over. He's going to be a smooth criminal. Shika-da-da-da-dun-dun, ga-da-dun-dun, ga-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. They're going to wear badges and suits and look pretty. That's why I'm saying real change and real goodness doesn't happen with that. It happens with people like me doing this. Because it's what needs to be done. Everybody just sits around all day proceeding like normal. Meanwhile, you just let these assholes continue wearing suits, smiling. Oh, you know why Biden pardoned his family? Because Donnie Dickhead Trump can sit here and make it legal for him to do illegal shit while president. That's why. Because there's real life scams happening from assholes that pretend to be your president, that are just scammers, that have always been scammers. This guy's been the biggest scammer his entire fucking life. I even told you that this asshole wasn't even running for president. It was all a goddamn scam. He hired actors, he had people paid to come in and pretend to be all excited when he came down that escalator. He booked some rallies. It was all fucking lies to sell a goddamn book, boost his image, and otherwise just Trump, so that way he doesn't go bankrupt. Because remember, he was getting canceled. Apprentice was getting canceled. People were fed up with his fucking bullshit. He was a womanizing asshole. And then all of a sudden, he's running for president, and you see some of the most racist, sexist, disgusting fucking people come out of the woodwork to back him and say, oh no, he's a good man. Not knowing a single goddamn thing about him. Meanwhile, he starts his entire fucking run for president as a scam. Makes shit up, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and in broad fucking daylight, all these retards that call themselves Americans start following this guy. So, meanwhile, the people in New Delhi that are fed lies and propaganda all the time are finally actually fed the truth. They are actually given the truth. This time. Yeah, because the truth is, Donald Trump is the biggest fucking scammer on the planet. And he does do things that benefit Russia and India and hurt us. That's why. They're all fully aware of the fact that Trump voters are fucking retards that don't know anything about fact. So all they have to do to manipulate you is show you an article that says this Democrat did this or this person did this, and you just fucking believe it. You just fucking lose your shit. You just lose your, you fucking believe, you just lose your shit. Oh my God, let's believe this shit. Let's believe it. But meanwhile, that's just a scammer. Using that because that's your fear. It's that simple.
Some disgusting piece of shit sits all day and monitors people's channels. This bad actor then does something to break a feature, or otherwise cause an issue for YouTube. Since this is something I talk about on here, and YouTube doesn't ever actually fix a single issue when I email them, I am forced to talk about it on stream, because every day there is something that's completely wrong, and has broken. The scam is to get you in touch with the YouTube people that this person also monitors. Then when this person starts to do things the bad actor makes it look correct for them, or in some way makes them think there really isn't a problem on their end in some way, even though here I am proving it every single day. YouTube is responsible for fraud, terrorism, and huge mass amounts of harassment on their platform. They are responsible for this, but don't take responsibility. They continue to enable a bad actor but not removing them, and YouTube downright violates their own policies on a daily basis. The pictures you see in front of you are a current representation of a daily problem on this platform. Many views are misrepresented from what they should be, and it's a scam that flags YouTube's system so that it completely halts all trending and starts to lie about the numbers because the system has flagged it for mismatched numbers. Then the bad actor just puts it back to what it was. This doesn't actually fix the views that were subtracted, it causes a permanent problem that screws up their whole system, and now that video is buried, and scammed into never trending. These two images were taken at the same time, one from mobile, and one from desktop. You can clearly see that YouTube is lying about us having mobile trending, as the numbers are conveniently less on the video that's displayed for mobile users. This wasn't the case as of yesterday when I looked at the video on mobile and those views were displaying correctly on mobile yesterday. I've been pointing this out a lot lately, how the numbers spike at the beginning of the stream and then they start lying as soon as they know we are live. So since they have been unsuccessful in lying the amount that they want to, what they do is go in when they think you're asleep or otherwise won't notice for a long enough period of time to start subtracting views. They would remove them all if they could do it without me noticing, which they did try to do for a period of time. This is daily and has been going on for years. YouTube is disgusting, and often sweeps things under the rug to pretend they aren't happening. Been emailing YouTube for 6 to 8 months about a stalker and have reported them to law enforcement and other federal agencies for fraud, because they seem to like it when people get stalked and harassed on their platform. Not only that, but then they promote the stalker. What a disgusting company, if you even want to call it a company. Sounds more like the Empire from Star Wars, lying and manipulating people that are weak to attack people that are doing well. Sounds like terrorism in broad daylight.
You do realize that's why the Empire's wrong, right? And you're one of the stupid assholes that can't recognize that's why Trump is wrong. You don't understand terrorism, you don't understand pain. You're somebody that's had it very fucking easy your whole life. That's all it is. Like, the most that you have to complain about is some fucking skin infection or some shit. Oh, woe is me. My skin is itchy. Oh, man, nobody loves me. And all you have to do is bitch about this shit your whole fucking life. Imagine getting raped. Yeah, now, just take what you said and compare it to getting raped. Now, suddenly there's zero comparison, right? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what pain is. Go fuck yourself. So when you constantly tell me that the end, like, you say stupid fucking shit, like Thanos was right, or Darth Vader was, or the Emperor was right, or something dumb like that. Again, you just look like a person that likes to attack, harass people, and wants people to not succeed in life. You want chaos, you want destruction. Because again, something about your life was too easy. You desire this. So you think everybody deserves it. Your life's too easy then. You have too much shit to think about or something like that. Imagine actually being that toxic that's the way that you think. Again, your life is not complicated. You've really never had to struggle with anything. And you just have little things that you bitch about. And then, meanwhile, you expect me to take you seriously about politics. You haven't amounted to anything. You know, just hourly job after hourly job. You probably don't even have a college degree. You play one game, maybe two, and this is the greatest game ever. You don't really use your brain for much else. Except sitting there and fucking laughing at the same jokes forever. You're not cultured. And you're claiming to be. Until you're cultured, don't talk politics. I don't want to hear it. It's the cultured people that know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're the ones sounding the alarms. All of them all can line up and agree. Yeah, we might disagree on what to do at other times, just like other Democrats have. But Democrats, that's the point. They're the people in government right now that are all sort of just kind of lining up and agreeing they don't want anything to do with the disgusting Republican propaganda party. Yeah, the Republican Party is just a party of promoting terrorism at this point. Promoting violence. Promoting the loss of basic human rights, civil rights. No, that's disgusting. That's like North Korea. You may as well just you may as well just say, well, the Republican Party is just the Communist Party of North Korea. That's you may as well just say that the Socialist Communist Party of North Korea. Yeah, may as well just say that. Oh, and by the way, socialism isn't a socialist, by the way. To all of them retards out there that don't know anything about fucking politics, I realize that you got confused and fell asleep in history class. Socialism is not a socialist! Retards! A socialist was a very common term, misused, and people often used it to refer to commies way back in the day. It is not something we use currently. And socialism is a type of governing that can be included in other types of governing. It isn't one that's by itself governs the whole thing like a dictatorship or an autocracy that, again, empire. Star Wars, Empire, bad, stupid, too much control. And then you say the government controls everything and you don't like government. That is what you get with an autocracy, you fucking retards. Now you don't have that. You control it. You elect your officials. You do. You are the jury on trial. You have the right to vote. You're gonna take away those rights by continuing to vote for fucking retards that lie to you and want to convince you that democracy is bad. So yeah, if I even reach a single person yelling at them through the fucking microphone, if I even reach a single person, good. Because you're, again, any person supporting Donald Trump at this point is a fucking retard, and I would actually question your intelligence, whether or not you actually have an IQ high enough to drive a vehicle. Because daily on the road, people are swerving around all behind me, speeding too fast. They literally are so fucking stupid, they don't even deserve the right to have a license. They can't think far enough in front of them to realize swerving around, being dangerous, doesn't serve a purpose to helping you get somewhere any faster or anything. It just literally endangers you and other people. So if you're so fucking stupid, and by the way, 95% of the people doing this are Trump voters. 95% of the people that are doing this are Trump voters. 95% of the people driving too fast, swerving around all over the place, acting like fucking retards are Trump people. Because again, Trump enables this behavior. Act like a lunatic and I'll get you off. Act like a fucking retard and I'll get you off. Oh yeah, storm the Capitol. Create acts of terror, and I'll just go ahead and ignore court orders. And this is why he wanted to do that. He wanted to make it legal for him to do illegal shit. It's completely illegal for him to have pardoned them. Completely illegal. And now they're trying to actually sue the government. They're actually trying to sue. These fucking retards are trying to sue. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, the Proud Boys are actually trying to sue the U.S. government. The fucking retards that showed up trying to kill people while being lied to by the fucking retard that convinced them that, well, Biden didn't win, even though he did. And again, Trump was voted for. Trump won. So you believed it then, but you suddenly don't believe it with Biden? Now you're proving how fucking stupid you are. You have an IQ of roughly 60 to 70. That's about your IQ. I want anybody at this point to take an IQ test for basically human decency. To exist in public. Yep. Because this has become a regular problem now. Where morons don't know what to do in public anymore and how to be. Let me tell you something. I was at a place where the board members that owned this establishment would constantly come in and bark orders at people when they shouldn't. They had bylaws they're supposed to follow, and they weren't supposed to be doing those. And it's really unprofessional. Meanwhile, claiming unprofessionalism that they see. Okay, so let me tell you about this little where both parties are just. This is so fucking stupid. Nobody in the store, not a single person. It's a slow day. This board member walks in and sees an employee and me. Now, this other employee is resting for the moment, sitting on a stool, because we're looking something up to decide a price for something. So she rests for a moment to sit on a stool. Meanwhile, this board member walks in the building and proceeds to have a grimace on his face, and immediately doesn't say hi or anything. I say hi to him. He doesn't greet me. He just literally makes a beeline straight for this woman sitting down and makes a target of her. Meanwhile, keep in mind, this woman wears, like, garb that makes her kind of look Arab. She's not. But that's what they would assume. So, because she wants to hide her hair, her woman features, and stuff like that, because of how men act and womanize her, therefore, she gets walked all over. Again, for doing this. And treated disrespectfully. Constantly. Oh, you should dress normal. So that's going on too. Meanwhile, this fucking unprofessional piece of shit walks in the building. Walks right up to her and says, "Now, I told you about that before." Oh, come on. Says her name out loud. So she's just like, "I told you about that before." That's totally unprofessional. Totally unprofessional. Just in that tone. Like, just right like that. He's looking at the floor. He's shaking his head. Meanwhile, last I checked, if an employee needs to sit down because their knees are bothering them, or needs to have a seat, something like that, they can do those things, because it's not like they're a slave or anything. We're not talking about slaves, we're talking about paid workers here. And meanwhile, this fucking piece of shit that thinks he's so great barks orders around all the time. He just comes in wherever the fuck he wants. Meanwhile, he has all the fun. He's driving around, he's doing the projects, doing whatever the fuck he wants. But then comes in and wants to bark orders and act that way. No, you do what you want. So therefore, when you sit here and you want to bark orders at somebody, to you that sounds like a good idea. Meanwhile, that person has to do exactly what she's told and is a slave worker. Because you're a board member and you come in and bark orders and you think it looks unprofessional. Meanwhile, every single fucking day I go through a drive-thru at McDonald's and there's an employee sitting on a stool. Every single fucking day. Meanwhile, this board member is dumb, hasn't worked a job, an actual job, anywhere in decades. And he literally is just a womanizer. He womanizes people. He literally talks down to women. He's always laughing with the guys and shit. He talks down to women. And so I just started recognizing that this guy does this. He treats women this way. He sees the guys, he's all happy and yada yada. Meanwhile, she's sitting on a stool. She's the unprofessional one. So do you see how it translates? These fucking faggots that own these businesses, that think like this, that think this is conservative. It's not. It's radical. That's not a conservative viewpoint. You're radical. You don't want women to have rights. You think they don't deserve them. You're a radical. You're fucking retard. You think people should just be slaves. Yeah, this guy probably grew up on farms, too many Amish where they treat their kids that way. That's the fucking point. He grew up to, thinking like, oh, you have kids for farm hands. Not for fun, not for to have kids to relive as an adult and guide your next generation into success. No, just slave hands. That's what I see. And then this is the same asshole that votes for Trump. These are the people that vote for Trump. And it's the same asshole that has the giant Trump sticker on his truck who can't take the fact that I'm driving the speed limit and he has to floor it for the half-second period of time that he has to pass me. And then just to get down the road to be behind another car and just be right in front of me again. All to not rationalize that stupidity. What a fucking disgusting country. What a disgusting set of people. There's nothing conservative about those views. What's conservative about it? The Democrats are conservative. You're liberal. You, Trump voters, are liberal. You want the excuse to fuck around and have all these things that you could do. Burn shit down and shit. You're the liberal ones. You don't even know what the fucking terms mean. Meanwhile, the conservative ones are the people driving slow in cars. And when you come up behind them, they let you know that they're driving slow so that you know to back off. And you look at it as brake checking instead of simply just matching their speed and slowing down. And then giving them space, they might respect you and speed up to the speed limit. Meanwhile, you can't look at it like that. You just can't. You can't be bothered to look at it like that. You just have to swerve around and pressure this person. There's nothing conservative about that, you fucking faggot. The person in front of you that's driving the speed limit, reasonably, that's the conservative viewpoint, you faggot. Me sitting here even you know, people are dumb, too. Like, they actually think that, like, I'm the biggest liberal or something like... No! Like, I'm the one saying faggot and stuff like that. Like, none of you know anything about politics. You don't know jack fucking shit. And you sit here and you just label people for things they're not. Because you don't fucking get it. Meanwhile, you're being lied to by Trump because, again, you don't fucking get it. Trump is the guy, hands down, you roll him out, no matter what. He is not there for you. Even Elon has realized it. Even Elon has realized it. Donald fucking Dickhead. Donnie Dickhead. Donnie fucking Dickhead. Donnie Dickhead. That's what we call him here on this channel. We call him Donnie Dickhead. Because he is Donnie Dickhead. What a fucking retard he is. He's more retarded than the people that vote for him. Yeah, because at least they're being fooled. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's even more retarded. He does not get life. He knows what he's doing. They don't. They're being fooled. Well, some of them know. Some of them are just in denial. The boys talked about this a little bit. Yeah, that was, do you remember the lady... What's her name? She doesn't really have any powers, but she was in the last season, right? And, like, the whole point was that she was just, you know, touting the American colors, and she was very, yeah, she had that southern accent and everything. She was very marketable. And she obviously will unequivocally follow Homelander, a.k.a. Trump. So if you watch The Boys, yeah, they're nailing it, man. They are nailing that you know, you should have gotten the point. You should have gotten the point. And I saw all of the memes thinking it was funny too, and the Trump voters actually sharing because they thought it was funny. No, you should have gotten the point. That's not funny. Like, it's funny on the show, but no, that's the point. Yes, Trump would show up and obliterate and kill people and not ask questions. Yes, correct. That's not conservative. Just want to remind you of that. Anybody that actually thinks that's Republican or conservative, you're a retard. Go back to school. Conservative. 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 Do I have to continue saying the other word that regularly people use and they don't fucking understand what conservative viewpoints are and they just use the word conserve? They know what conserve means, but they can't simply just conservative. Wow, suddenly. Yeah. None of you do this. None of you are conservative. You're fucking retards. You're radical. If anything, most of you should be voting independent. Yeah. None of you are. Wow. And don't do that shit anymore. Jesus, don't do that shit. We proved that. I've been proving that more and more each election, but I think I really hit home with some people this election by sitting there in real time showing you why. I really wanted to show you why with the map this year, and I think I did with some people. I think some people really realized it, because, like, there's no way when you when you know definitively that there's just no possible, and then that percentage of numbers from the independent vote could have gone to the person where it could have overturned that state for somebody else, and they would have voted for that other. Please do that. Jesus, please do that. Because you can see it when you see a 30% gap. You're not getting 30% of the vote in that fucking state. No. If it were close, it would be close. It's never been close. And yes, it's about delegates. Yes, it's fixed. Yes. But then call it out for what it is. Call out the Electoral College. Call out the delegates. Call out the fucking DOJ. Call out the fucking Republican Party. Don't sit here and blame Joe Biden or Bill Clinton, the people that helped things. No, these guys didn't have anything to do with that. Blame the shit. Blame Mitch McConnell, who constantly was tasked with doing something and said, no, it's fine. Blame that asshole. The guy's a fucking asshole. Looks like a goddamn frog, too. Fuck that guy.
Some disgusting piece of shit sits all day and monitors people's channels. This bad actor then does something to break a feature, or otherwise cause an issue for YouTube. Since this is something I talk about on here, and YouTube doesn't ever actually fix a single issue when I email them, I am forced to talk about it on stream, because every day there is something that's completely wrong, and has broken. The scam is to get you in touch with the YouTube people that this person also monitors. Then when this person starts to do things, the bad actor makes it look correct for them, or in some way makes them think there really isn't a problem on their end in some way, even though here I am proving it every single day. YouTube is responsible for fraud, terrorism, and huge mass amounts of harassment on their platform. They are responsible for this, but don't take responsibility. They continue to enable a bad actor but not removing them, and YouTube downright violates their own policies on a daily basis. The pictures you see in front of you are a current representation of a daily problem on this platform. Many views are misrepresented from what they should be, and it's a scam that flags YouTube's system so that it completely halts all trending and starts to lie about the numbers because the system has flagged it for mismatched numbers. Then the bad actor just puts it back to what it was. This doesn't actually fix the views that were subtracted. It causes a permanent problem that screws up their whole system, and now that video is buried, and scammed into never trending. These two images were taken at the same time, one from mobile, and one from desktop. You can clearly see that YouTube is lying about us having mobile trending, as the numbers are conveniently less on the video that's displayed for mobile users. This wasn't the case as of yesterday when I looked at the video on mobile, and those views were displaying correctly on mobile yesterday. I've been pointing this out a lot lately, how the numbers spike at the beginning of the stream and then they start lying as soon as they know we are live. So since they have been unsuccessful in lying the amount that they want to, what they do is go in when they think you're asleep or otherwise won't notice for a long enough period of time to start subtracting views. They would remove them all if they could do it without me noticing, which they did try to do for a period of time. This is daily and has been going on for years. YouTube is disgusting, and often sweeps things under the rug to pretend they aren't happening. Been emailing YouTube for 6 to 8 months about a stalker and have reported them to law enforcement and other federal agencies for fraud, because they seem to like it when people get stalked and harassed on their platform. Not only that, but then they promote the stalker. What a disgusting company, if you even want to call it a company. Sounds more like the Empire from Star Wars lying and manipulating people that are weak to attack people that are doing well. Sounds like terrorism in broad daylight.
So, just to let you know, if you want, all you have to do is look up almost anything he says. He almost everything he says is just a complete made up fucking lie. It's just like when, alright, so I love David Draymond and I love Disturbed and everything, but like, I guess there was like some feud or something like that between, like, I don't know what happened, and I'm not here to talk about feuds between people or something like that, but I do have a message to him. And my message is this. All you have to do, man, is know that Donald Trump, literally everything he does and says is to justify some lie. You know, like, get some lie justified, like try to cover up something. Everything is literally just made up. So when we diligently look these things up and stuff like that, and then meanwhile you just so dismissively say, oh, well, this is right, or something like that, and you don't have anything to back it up, anything credible. All you're doing is just implicitly agreeing with somebody that's wrong. You didn't prove anything. You just chose a side while not proving it. So use your intelligence. Use your fucking intelligence a little bit. Like, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna fucking talk about the stuff in Gaza and have any clue about that. Have a clue. Yeah, actually have a clue. That's all. Yeah, actually have a clue.
Can only be described.
Yeah, basically, all I have to do, like, what you can do is you can look up, like, huge amounts of videos that people put together where, like, Trump's like, I never said that. I said that? I didn't say that. And, like, it's like the sort of thing where, like, he just literally told a lie, and then the next day, or even, like, a few hours later, he's like, I didn't say that. And it's, like, back to back to back to back. All they're doing is just catching him in lies. And I remember seeing this. I remember just constantly living it. Like, he would say something, and then I'd go look up the news report later to see if they would confirm, yep, he's lying. Yep, that's all they would do. They would just sit there and be like, well, Trump's at it again. He just fucking lied again. He's saying that he didn't say this when here he is saying it several hours ago. Here, we'll play the clip for you. And they'll play the clip, and he clearly fucking said it.
I can promise you this. I will always tell you the truth. Always tell you the truth.
Donald Trump lies like breathing. He doesn't know what the truth is.
True. So
And it said we drew 250,000 people. Now, that's not bad. But it's a lie.
remember when nobody showed up to his inauguration and he tweeted a picture of Obama's inauguration saying it was his? Remember that? Remember when he stole a picture of Obama's inauguration and said it was his to lie about how many people showed up? He's actually that petty. That petty.
Largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave...
See, I felt bad for Sean Spicer because he had to sit there and just completely flat out lie for Trump.
alternative facts to that.
Oh, and then there we go. There we go. There's Kellyanne Conway. Remember alternative facts? That's stupid fucking. So basically, like, Trump, and I tried to warn Elon. I tried. You guys heard me. I tried so hard to warn that guy. Nope. Asman doesn't care about him. Nobody cares about him. Meanwhile, I'm warning these people. I tried to warn them. Asman doesn't give a shit. Asman's just, he has his head so far fucking up his ass, his own ass, he can't see anything except shit. And so therefore, of course he loves Donald Trump, because all he sees is fucking shit with his head up on his own ass. So, you know, since Donald Trump has his head up Asmongold's ass and all these other streamers and anybody else that touts his name, it's really, really hard to see what's going on except just a bunch of fucking shit. So, Elon is intelligent. He is highly intelligent, and I think just at a certain point, he got tired of it too. I think at a certain point, and same with Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan seems pretty intelligent. I think at a certain point, these guys just got fucking sick of this douchebag. And that's it. Except the problem is you should have done that before the election. Elon is the reason Trump was elected.
Economy in the history of the world. Best unemployment number.
Oh, here we go. Here he is. Here he is lying. Here we go. Ready?
The greatest economy in the history of the world. Best unemployment numbers. Best everything.
Well, we know that's not true. Right? Like, we know that's complete fucking nonsense. Right? Because that was Obama. Yep, Obama did that. And he's trying to take credit for the thing Obama did. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Yes. And then it says, according to the Washington Post, by just about any important measure, the economy was better under Presidents Eisenhower, Johnson, and Clinton. I've said this. I said Clinton balanced the budget. I reminded you of that. This did not prevent Trump from repeating the lie 492 times. Oh my god. 492 times he repeated that lie. They're counting, guys. They're... Oh my god.
The biggest tax cut in the history of our country.
No, he didn't. So he claims he gave the biggest tax cut, too, in the history of our country, which apparently he repeated 294 times. Trump didn't give us a tax cut. He called it a tax cut, but he actually raised taxes for the middle class. Larger tax cuts were passed under Presidents Reagan and Obama. No, there wasn't a tax cut. Why are you saying that? No. This is annoying. It shouldn't even say that. It was a tax cut for the first year. That's why they say that. It was a tax cut for the first year. It wasn't after that. It increased it substantially and went up over the years after that. This is a lie. And yeah, it does confirm that larger tax cuts were passed under Presidents Reagan and Obama, which is true. They actually cut taxes. Oh, that's right. That's right. Obama also had record job growth and everything. Oh, that's right. Trump's tax cut was, in fact, the 8th largest in history. The 8th. So, way down the list. Way, way down. And again, it was only a tax cut for the first fucking year. His tax plan raised taxes for the middle class over the coming years. It did. Flat out, it did. I don't care what you're looking at, what article you're looking at. I read the bill. I read that bill. I read it. And who does that? Yeah, I read it. Some middle-class families saw their taxes go up. It's yeah, right. So I didn't play it long enough. That's funny. I didn't play it long enough. Yeah, and then after that, Trump claimed 215 times to have passed the Veterans Choice Act, which we know he didn't, which we know Obama actually passed. So yeah, he definitely tries to take credit for that. And they're showing a video of Obama signing the order. with Bernie Sanders is there. I'm surprised John McCain wasn't there for that one. I don't see him. He might be there somewhere. I just don't see him. But yeah, like that was a big one, and Obama did it. Not Trump. That's why, because he wants to fool the veterans that don't know any better.
Veterans Choice, you saw that what Obama passed was nothing.
Yeah, so there he was sitting there saying what Obama passed was nothing. No, Obama passed that. Trump just continued it. He just like signed the thing that continued it. Obama actually passed the law initially. So he's lying. Remember, it's the opposite. I told you with him it's the opposite. So when he says it's nothing, he did the nothing. He's the one that extended it. Remember, it's always opposite. I told you that. I've always told you this. With Trump, it's always like basically just fucking polar opposite. And as I started to say this, we saw a 2-second concurrent in here for like half a second. And then we saw it get suppressed to 1. So we see the viewer suppression as I continue to talk about political situations live. And we see that censorship, viewer suppression, that terrorist mindset that censors and suppresses valid information about the current piece of shit, disgusting motherfucking piece of garbage president that deserves nothing except prison time. He doesn't deserve to be shot, he deserves prison. Fucking piece of garbage. Trump claimed 258 times that the new border wall was being built.
Miles a week. It'll be completed very soon.
So, he said we're doing X amount of miles per week. That's not true. He didn't finish it.
10 miles a week.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true at all. In fact, only 40 new miles of the wall were actually built. Where no barrier existed previously. Imagine that. Disrupting wildlife, things he's not really supposed to be doing. Days before leaving office, he mysteriously claimed the wall was finished. Oh my god. He did? I didn't even remember that. Yeah, apparently days before he left office, he claimed the wall was finished. He also claimed 47 times that Mexico was paying for that wall, even though they didn't. And they told him over the phone that they were not going to. The president told him over the phone they was not going to. Apparently U.S. taxpayers paid for the updates to the border wall. Apparently that's something that they actually researched. They wanted to know who paid for it. Well, you guys did. Came out of your wallets. It says it right here. U.S. taxpayers paid for the updates to the border wall. This is also cited, by the way. Like, Wikipedia has a citing on this. This is very accurate information. Via money Trump diverted from military construction projects. So, U.S. taxpayers, remember, I even said this at the time. I said Trump was taking military funding. It was just randomly, he increased it just to take it for other things. And so Donald fucking piece of shit dickhead Trump, Donald fucking piece of shit dickhead Trump took money from the military to fund this wall that was never built, that's now a joke, that's falling down. What a fucking piece of garbage. What a fucking piece of garbage that piece of shit is. What a fucking piece of garbage.
Like 99% right.
What the fuck?
Check facts with me, and I'm like,
Wait, I want to hear what he says here. This is...
fact checkers. They'll check facts with me, and I'm like 99% right. And they'll say, and therefore, he lied. He got $28 billion from
okay, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about there. Obviously, like, he's not 99% right about anything. He's just complete fucking lying.
China that went to our farmers because they targeted you. We tariffed China a lot of money, and they paid for it. You didn't pay. You know, the fake news likes to say you don't pay. They paid.
So there you go. There's, and a lot of this is from the first time he was president. Like, he's just sitting here fucking lying to you about terrorists, fucking lying to you about this, that. You guys know our importers pay that. The person receiving the goods pays the tariff. So when Donald Trump imposes tariffs, all they're going to do is impose tariffs on us. It's called a trade war. When you don't meet and actually have a deal, he's not a businessman. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't care. He's a mafia leader. He just goes in and says, I'm doing this, and then everybody's like, no, you're not. And he's like, yeah, I am. And that's it. And again, he just started a trade war. He literally did it again, remember? And then he lied, and he's like, well, I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to fucking I'm gonna put a suspension on I'm gonna put a hold on the terrorists. Terror. And then he commits insider trading lies. You know that it's a lot. You know it's an insider trading. It's federally illegal to sit and tell somebody what a stock is gonna do. You know that, right? So when Donald Trump makes it, you know what I mean? Like, it's illegal. He made it so that he can do illegal stuff in office. You know that. It's the first time in history that a president can do illegal things in office and not be held accountable. So if he sits here and he announces that a stock is going to be this or that, you know what I mean? Like, basically, by doing what he did, by putting a hold on things and then saying, oh, buy this stock, it's going to go up. Yeah, that's insider trading. It's illegal. It's incredibly illegal. So what you have to worry about is he trying to get you to intentionally buy illegal stock so he can come arrest you? Is he using the FBI as his own personal little... That's what you have to worry about. Like, this guy is gonna get you to do something stupid and then arrest you for it. And then if he likes you, well, then he gets you off. You know, like the Proud Boys. Even though they tried to kill people. They were there to kill people. They were there to destroy things and kill people and do illegal shit. No, nobody was there to due process anything. Nobody came with a lawyer. Nobody did that properly. Nobody. They were there to destroy things. Trump claimed 247 times that countries, including China, paid for tariffs on goods imported to the U.S. But tariffs are like a tax and are generally paid by the U.S. Importers, who often pass the cost on to American consumers, which is what I just said. Trump's worst lies have been labeled by PolitiFact as pants on fire. Now this was, keep in mind, this was like 4 years ago. So this was like before he was president a second time. This rating was applied to 161 statements, including "We won Georgia easily." Oh geez. So wait, all right. So yeah, all right. So basically, the pants on fire, basically just lying statements. All right. So we're just confirming that there's about 161 statements that basically he just flat out lied about really badly, like where it was just like obviously for propaganda. One of those being that that he won Georgia easily. We won it by hundreds of thousands of votes. It doesn't even make any sense. Trump lost Georgia by almost 12,000 votes. Oh, and then he said he won Wisconsin. He actually lost Wisconsin. I guess it's the first time. I think this is the first time it's talking about that.
Actually, I won Wisconsin.
Yeah. After a partial recount, Joe Biden's lead stood at more than 20,000 votes. 20,000! 20,000! Oh, here we go.
This, and we, as far as I'm concerned, we already have one.
That was him trying to say he's going to win the 2020 election. And then he didn't. You know what happened. When Trump said not all votes have been counted. Once all votes were counted, he lost the popular vote by more than 7 million. Once all votes were counted, Donald Trump lost the popular vote by more than 7 million votes. Joe Biden had more than 7 million votes than Trump. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, Trump didn't win this election. It was fixed. And none of us sounded the alarms like you all did. We just accepted it, even though it was wrong. None of us stormed the Capitol like you all did. We just accepted it, even though it was wrong. None of us acted like fucking terrorists. We just accepted it, even though it was wrong. You all that vote for Trump stormed the Capitol when you were wrong. Yeah, you were wrong. You were being misled. And then you acted. The point is you're acting like this because he's getting you to. You don't understand anything, so you're freaking out. If you would just start accepting these things as facts, it would suddenly make sense. And then you could point the finger at the guy that's manipulating you. Donald Trump. Yeah, he lost the Electoral College, too, and it was by a good bit. 306 to 232. I actually forgot about that. Biden even won the Electoral College by quite a bit. What's he gonna lie about here? There we go.
There's never been, ever before, an administration that's been so open and transparent.
Yep.
An
Totally.
transparent president in history.
And then it goes, several experts we contacted said they laughed out loud. Yeah, I laughed out loud. I heard that shit. I've laughed out loud. Yeah, exactly. Several experts we've contacted said they laughed out loud when they first heard Trump make this claim, PolitiFact. Several. Not just me. But several. Holy shit. Members of the Trump administration were prevented from cooperating with the Mueller investigation. Remember the Mueller investigation? Imagine that. And you do realize that Mueller was a Trump voter, right? Mueller's a Republican. And he admitted that he tried to actually find Trump innocent. He actually tried. He admitted that. He admitted it. And he still couldn't. Do you remember that? Do you remember when the guy that was the Republican since forever sat there and admitted that he tried to find Trump innocent and couldn't? And then proceeded to tell us what he didn't find him innocent on. Are you kidding? And yeah, several of the... This is obstruction of justice. When he can sit there, that was why we found guilty on however many accounts of obstruction of justice, because basically all these people from the Trump administration were prevented from communicating with the Mueller investigation, cooperating with them. And this is very serious. Like you're investigating election fraud and stuff like that, voter fraud. You're investigating all this weird stuff going on. And people are choosing to dodge, and not meet with you and stuff like that. When you have clear, concise, you know, it's just very obvious what's happening there, and that's what we're seeing here. We saw that many times where people from the Trump administration were specifically directed not to, and those were the obstruction charges. You know, when it deals with matters of national security and stuff like that, and you're investigating this, you can't not meet with federal investigators. The White House stopped releasing visitor logs. Wow. And held infrequent press briefings. All around this going on. And Trump himself consistently refused to release his personal tax returns. I remember that. Do you remember that? And it was very obvious. It was very obvious that you know, basically what he was doing was he was inflating what he actually had, not during tax time to lie about being rich, and then during tax time he was actually bringing it back down to what it should be, so that you know what I mean, so that it's actually accurate, stuff like that. But he's not going to release that so that you don't realize he's not actually rich. This guy was not rich when he ran for. He was not a billionaire. He was in the millions, and he was losing fast. Yep, he was down to millions, and he was losing fast. That's why. Remember, it was all a scam originally. He ran for president as a scam. He hired a bunch of actors to stand there and clap for him and stuff as he came down the escalator. It was all a scam originally. He just loved it, so he went with it. But he should have done the job right. He shouldn't have been a scammer. And everything he said is a lie. And the whole point is, this is how this guy is. This is how he's always been. Again, he just like sort of shows up and pretends like he knows everything and treats people like shit. And he's an idiot. And they call him on it. So he treats them that way. But except he actually is, though. So he deserves it. Yeah, he never released his personal tax returns.
Some of the most dishonest people in media are the so-called fact checkers.
Okay, so I don't know why they included that statement, but I guess my guess is essentially to make it look like, you know, he's trying really, really hard to talk about this. He cares so much about making the fact checkers wrong and stuff. He cares so much about this that he's talking about this at rallies and stuff like that. Instead of talking about real policy points and real things, he's making it about the fact checkers and getting all bent out of shape about fact checkers and, oh man, the fact checkers, oh man, those, how dare they tell the truth about Donald Trump's lies, those fucking fact checkers. And he's just like, you just can't shut the fuck up about these fact checkers that just fucking lie. So yeah, like, you have to realize that this is the point. He just classically doesn't talk about any real issues, doesn't do anything, doesn't have a plan for anything, and just fucking just bitches about shit. Endlessly bitches about everything, but doesn't actually do anything. He never did anything in office either. He just causes a problem to try to fix that problem, to have something that he can say that he did. That's it. Just like, oh, that was the worst deal. Well, except he got rid of the deal to bring it back with less of the stuff that was there that was good. Yeah, like he brought the same deal back. He literally was like, it's the worst deal. And then when he got rid of it, he's like, well, we should have a deal. So, like, this is what he's been doing where, you know, it's just constant. Just constant. If there's something that Obama did or Biden did that's successful, makes them look good, it helped the country, and it's lasting, and he's gonna try to get rid of it. Cause it's a wonder if this guy is actually working with or for Putin. Because again, never has any president in history done so many things to prove that they're anti-American. Yeah, he has to walk over the flag and hug it. Who the fuck does that? Yeah, he just feels the need to do these things and show and prove how American he is. You know, it's like, well, why don't you just do it? Why does he need to, like, try to stand there and work at McDonald's? Like, who believes he actually worked there and did a job? Do you believe that? If you do, you're fucking stupid. The people in that drive-thru got, like, tickets or something. Waited around the corner. They knew he was gonna be there. It was like a fucking... It's like an amusement park ride or some shit. Like, it's a show. That's all he does. He doesn't help people. He just stages things. Just like the lady he bought her groceries or something. He didn't... It's a staged event, man. In addition to his most brazen and most repeated lies, Trump told lies that were either strange or easily disproven. Alright. So let's see what it's gonna go on to then with that.
Say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay?
Oh yeah, he did say that, didn't he? He fucking said that, didn't he? Noises do not cause cancer. They actually have to put that. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. Oh, here we go.
Folks, they did this big report. I was totally exonerated.
You actually totally exonerate the president.
No,
Your report expressly states that it does not exonerate the president.
it does. Father's...
Ha ha ha! Oh my god. He wrote this, he did this whole report. I went through it. This Mueller hoax, he did this whole report. And then dirkity-dur. And then it just cuts to Mueller being interrogated and asked about it. Well, not interrogated, on trial. And he's like, you know, did you exonerate the president in your report? No. Just very, very clearly, very straight to the point, no. Did you exonerate the president? No. And then he asks for confirmation to... I just want to confirm that you did not exonerate... That is correct, I did not. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's what we just heard.
Big report. I was totally exonerated.
And you actually totally exonerate the president.
No,
Your report expressly states that it does not exonerate the president.
it does. My father...
Your report specifically states it does not exonerate the president. It does. It does, in fact, state that, yes. Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, wow. Oh, I remember this. I remember this. Do you remember this? Do you guys remember this? Oh my god, I remember this. I've made reference to this too. I never understood why he said this. I don't know if like he was nervous or something like that, but oh my god. He actually lied about his own dad. Like, he lied about his father's nationality. I remember that. That's what he's about to do. He's about to tell us that his dad was German, even though he wasn't. His dad was American, obviously.
Father is German, right? Born in a very wonderful place in Germany.
Fred Trump was born in New York. Yeah. Fred Trump was literally born in New York. He was American. Donald Trump lied about his own father being born in Germany. And I remember that too, and I remember thinking to myself, why the fuck? Why? I'm gonna replay that. He really did, like, that was the strangest thing, I think, one of the strangest things I'd ever seen him do. He really did say that.
It does. My father is German, right? Born in a very wonderful place in Germany.
Interesting, isn't it? How this is not the case.
Did you know anything? Hurt the Bible, hurt God.
He was talking about Joe Biden. So, remember, yeah, like, remember all the lies he was spreading about Joe Biden? He was gonna do this when he got in office and do this. Remember Joe Biden was gonna, like, defund the police, and it was gonna be chaos, and blah, 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 and it was actually one of the best. Yeah, one of the best presidents ever. Yeah, he did so much in his very short time in office. Wow. So it's 12 years ago I was named Man of the Year in Michigan. Hold on, I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this.
Well, hurt God. Years ago, I was named Man of the Year in Michigan. Can you believe it? Long before I thought about it. You look.
No such award exists. I gotta see that again. We gotta hear that again.
Years ago, I was named Man of the Year in Michigan. Can you believe it? Long before I thought about it. You.
And then it says no such award exists. Oh my god. I love this. This is great.
Look at what's happening last night in Sweden. Sweden! Who would believe this? Sweden!
Problem is, nothing much had happened in Sweden.
Sweden is accusing Trump of fake news.
By the way, I brought back Big Ten football. It was me, and I'm very happy to do it.
President Trump, wow, unidentified Big Ten president. President Trump had nothing to do with our decision. It did not impact the deliberations. Oh my god. So, like, basically he just says these lies, and then somebody from the media goes to, like, do, like, some interview about it to try to give him some credit, and they find out, nope.
You don't have any cases. If we stop testing right now, we'd have very few cases, if any.
Well, viruses still spread even if people are not being tested for them. Yeah, for sure. That was like some of the stupid shit he was saying during COVID. Remember when he told people to, why don't we inject bleach or something? You know, like, this is the stupid shit he was saying. Because he just looked really bad and he was mismanaging it. So he's just saying stupid fucking shit. So yeah, that was one of the stupid fucking things he said. Hold on, I'll replay it. What was one of the stupid fucking things he said?
Test, you don't have any cases. If we stop testing right now, we'd have very few cases, if any.
So yeah, like that's what he said. If we stop testing, we'd have very few cases, if any. Oh my god, a fucking retard.
It's going to go away without a vaccine. It's going to go away, and it's we're not going to see it again.
The coronavirus did not go away without a vaccine. It's true. Yeah, this ain't going anywhere. It's here to stay. We created it. We are living in the future, where viruses and shit are mutating and being created out of our own destruction of the planet. So again, this retard just spouting nonsense. Yeah, the next information says and continued. The coronavirus should not go away without a vaccine and continued to spread even as vaccines became available.
Tells more lies and
Oh boy, so let's finally see here what this is about.
tells more lies and falsehoods than any president in either party in history.
It's a Pinocchio.
Wait, what? Hold on. Yeah, he's just like going off on this guy. So I guess this guy called him a liar, and then he starts going off on him. I think that's the point. Hold on.
Donald Trump tells more lies and falsehoods than any president in either party in history.
I have to be always very truthful, because if I'm a little bit off, they call me a liar. They'll say he gets a Pinocchio, the stupid Washington Post. Oh boy, these people are bad. What a group of people we have. What a group of dishonest scum we have, I'm telling you.
Sounds like him. Sounds like he's talking about him, about himself and his voters. Oh man. Yeah, one of the top comments. One of the top comments literally says, the fact that so many people wanted to re-elect him is more worrying in the long term. A large proportion of the electorate in the US are dangerously stupid. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yep. Exactly. Dangerously stupid. Yes. One of the top comments. 349 people liked that comment. Yeah, these comments that when you read the so like the person posting the intelligent comments intelligent, that's an intelligent comment. Then everybody commenting back feels a certain type of way about their own intelligence, and they have to comment. It's everything I'm saying to you. Like, literally, they can't take being called stupid. So instead of becoming smart, they literally are proving how fucking stupid they are. They literally just sit here and be like, no, oh my god, no, and like say the dumbest fucking shit. Like, this person literally just, they said something to the effect of, like something about the attitude like yours and Hillary's are wrong. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? The attitude? The attitude. What the fuck? Attitude? You mean like the attitude where all of you show up on January 6th, and all you show up to destroy things because you're lied to? You mean that? What attitude? You mean the one where Donald Trump didn't win the election and we didn't freak out and we didn't act the same way that you do? You mean that? You're fucking stupid. You're literally dumb. And you prove it every time I see a comment like this, or somebody points out that you're fucking stupid, and you can't help it. You just can't help it. There's like all these replies of stupid fucking people showing how stupid they are. And then you see that's where all the scammers flock. The scammers leave this stream and they go to look at those comments and they start taking note. They start looking at your accounts and going, okay, this person can easily be manipulated. Got it. Okay, this person's a fucking retard. Got it. Okay. Literally, that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. And, the top comment has 4.6 thousand likes. 4.6 thousand likes. And says if he was indeed Pinocchio, then his nose would be touching Saturn at this point. Oh my. $49,000 likes on the video though. 3.3 million views. One of the comments says, I have trouble believing he's told 30+ thousand lies. It definitely feels like more. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It feels like even more than that, doesn't it? Like, it just feels like there's a never-ending... Like, it literally is just never-ending. That's exactly how it feels. That is exactly right. YouTube is fucking around with the views on this so that it doesn't reach a certain threshold, and then they're gonna sit and lie about the trending and start subtracting views. That's what YouTube's gonna do. That's what they are doing, actually. So let's find out. I guess Elon's really pissed at Trump too now, finally. It's about time.
President's biggest campaign donor, who was so close that Trump invited him to sleep at the White House, is now calling for him to be impeached and replaced by Vice President J.D. Vance. The man who was handed nearly unfettered access to the federal government is openly musing about forming his own political party. And the same guy, the billionaire backing the U.S. space program, he's now threatening to take his rockets and go home. What at this time yesterday was a one-sided attack on the president's signature spending bill is no longer just a policy disagreement, not even close. It has now become quite personal, as the president says he thinks he knows why.
Well, look, you know, I've always liked Elon, and I was very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, the words of, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and which was a lot of money for electric vehicles, and they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And Elon knew this from the beginning.
As Trump was speaking from the Oval Office, Elon Musk responded in real time, writing this, quote, "False. This bill was never shown to me even once and was passed in the dead of the night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it." And quote, "Whatever, keep the EV solar incentive cuts in the bill."
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, that's right on par for Trump. Yeah, that sounds exactly like something his fucking faggot ass cabinet would do. Yeah, this is exactly what McConnell does. This is why Mitch McConnell is a fucking piece of garbage that should be locked away and never seen again. Mitch McConnell is a piece of fucking shit. And he is the center of everything corrupt in our government. You want to know what actually happened all those years ago? Why you think it's the Clintons? And meanwhile, day in and day out, I can sit here and prove to you, left and right, the Clintons did nothing except their jobs, and far beyond that, they helped you. They paved the way. Bill Clinton especially paved the way for a successful country, successful economy. Well, this is why. Because Mitch McConnell is a fucking piece of shit. And all along the way, Mitch McConnell, slimy, disgusting, fucking piece of shit Mitch McConnell that deserves to literally be locked in Guantanamo Bay for what he's done, is a fucking slimy, disgusting piece of shit. That guy is the enemy, number one. That guy. That guy. That guy. You want one guy that's enemy number one? No, it ain't. Trump is enemy number two, maybe. Enemy number three. Putin's number two. Enemy number one is Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell is a terrorist. 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 Mitch McConnell is a fucking disgusting piece of shit terrorist. Who watches my streams?